Hey guys, Magnus here bringing you another video. So today we're going to be reviewing both Act 1 and Act 2 and of course the premium items that came with both acts. So I guess let's jump into it. I've got a very weird opinion about this update. I'm like partially liking a lot of things about it, but then also hating a lot of things about it. So this is like one of the weirdest updates that I generally don't know if I can say that this is a good update or a bad update. It's somewhere in between, it really is. So let's, without further ado, get into Act 1 and Act 2, which are by far the best acts looking forward. So maybe we can establish which one's the better one and all that, and we'll talk about them all. So let's get in with Act 1. So Act 1 is called Stranger Than Eviction. The first prize is a great one, the Love Tester. Honestly, one of the best decorations we've got in the past couple of years. I love this one. Now, they could have just added it as a normal plain decoration, but they actually made it, and I've talked about this in my review, they made it so when you tap it, it gives you a different result each time. I would like it if it was a little clearer, because you can't really see exactly, it's kind of hard to read, at least for me, but regardless, I don't think that's just my tiniest nitpick. I think this decoration is amazing, so that gets a huge thumbs up. The second prize is a token, so we are back to tokens. I am a little annoyed about this, I'm not going to lie. I much preferred what Clash of Creeds, what was it called? I don't even remember. The Christmas update anyway. I much preferred what that did, where it gave us tokens with the prizes. That was a much better way of doing it, and I kind of wish they did that as well. It's not like there wasn't very much they could have added. They could have given us so much stuff. Even if they, like so much Marge themed stuff, I'm sure there would have been more. Even if they were very generous and threw in a few characters there, here and there. So I just feel like they could have done more in terms of things they gave us. The third prize is the Harpooned Heart Billboard. This one's fine, not really bad, not really good. It's just kind of meh. Not really any strong opinions about this one. The next one is Temperance's house. I like this house. It looks quite cool. The little fence around it's quite nice. Yeah, it looks like a cool enough house. I like the little thing on top as well, so she can watch her husband come home or whatever. So yeah, this is a decent enough building. I like this one. And then finally, the character we have is Temperance. Of course, this is the fictional character that Marge creates. Yeah, she's fine. Again, no strong opinions on her. Just kind of meh. I don't really hate her. Don't really love her. I'm just a bit indifferent about it. So yeah, that's Temperance. So overall, Act 1 I think is like meh, I guess, is probably the best way to put it. I think there's there's two good things. The Love Tester, well actually that's more of a great thing. The Love Tester is great, and Temperance's house is pretty decent. And then two meh things, and I'm going to say that the token is a bad thing. Tapped Out has definitely shown us now that they can add full prize tracks with tokens. So every update that just gives us a token on its own in the prize track, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to criticize it for it, because they've shown us now with that Christmas update that they don't have to do that. So yeah, that's my opinions on Act 1. Pretty meh, but definitely some good things in there. Let's briefly talk about the premium item for Act 1. So of course the premium item was Esme with books, and additional books. I think Esme herself is very mediocre of a character, nothing particularly special about her, but books, and additional books is a very nice building. I love that building. So I would say overall this was a decent premium item, just for the building alone. But Esme, like I said, not bad, not great, just kind of meh. I can definitely possibly see this character making the top 10 worst character list in the future. It's definitely a possibility, because I didn't enjoy her questline whatsoever. So, yeah. Let's move on to Act 2. So, Act 2 is of course called Avarice? I don't even know. Anyway, it starts off with a token. Ah, God, I hate tokens. I'm not gonna talk about it anymore, but that's a bad thing, is all I'll say. The second prize is an arty holo present. I'm a little on this. It's not great, not amazing. I don't know. There's something about holograms. They actually kind of annoy me. I hate all those I'll be honest, those holo bushes and all that we got in the sci-fi update, they really didn't grow on me. They really just got worse over time. they're okay, but like I don't know. I'm not a massive fan of them. I'm not a massive fan of this either. It's fine. It's not like bad, but I don't think it's something I'm going to enjoy placing in my town. I'll just say that. The next thing is, of course, an animation for Marge, which is reread her novel. Now, I've said in the past that I'm fine with animations being added as prizes, as long as they are for a character that we didn't unlock previously in the prize track. So what I mean by this is, say, for example, we got Cyrus Manley in as the first prize, and then they gave us an animation for Cyrus Manley in the third prize. I would hate that. I would say that's awful, because the animation should come with the character. But when it's for a character that has already been established in the game, I'm normally cool with animations. That being said, this animation is just not very interesting. I don't think it warrants being added as a separate prize. It's just Marge reading a book, really. So I'm not a massive fan of this one. That being said, as well, they have again shown us in the past that they can give us animations as like an add-on to something. So they did that in the Halloween update. They gave us a few different animations with decorations. So even that, like even saying that, they definitely could have given us this earlier. Like they could have given us this animation when we got Temperance's house. We didn't have to get it as a separate prize. The next one is the Orphanato di Arti Ziff. There you go. This is, of course, a building. I'm kind of cool with this. I quite like it. It's kind of funny looking. If you just try and imagine the Marge spider thing on top of it as like a little centerpiece of the building. I know that there was like a sort of where she was like making the building, right? If you just imagine that as a centerpiece of the building, it's okay building. I'm not opposed to having half-made buildings in the game. It's fine. I quite like it. It looks kind of cool. So yeah, overall I'm pretty swell with this one. Although it's definitely not a great building. And then the final character is Cyrus Manley. I'll be honest, I quite liked Cyrus Manley. I thought he was done quite well. He's got some okay animations. I think he looks pretty cool. Maybe it should have been a costume for Ned. It's difficult because this is like a fictional book that Marge created and like personified herself as the character and Ned as the love interest character. So it's kind of difficult to argue if this should be a character or, because technically I guess if they're being consistent, then these should be separate characters. But even with that being said, I still think this is a decent character. So yeah, I give that one a decent thumbs up. Act 2 Premium, of course, we got Marge Ziff with the Ziff Bouvier House. Oh, sorry, Ziff Manor. Oh, God. Ziff Bouvier Manor. What's it called? I don't even know. The mansion, anyway. And then we also got Marge Ziff. I'm a little iffy on this one as well. Should this be a character? Because technically it's parallel universe, so I guess maybe it makes sense that this should be a character. It's a tricky one. I like the building. I think the building's kind of nice looking, although it's nothing too different from mansions we've got before. That being said, I don't think it's a bad building. Marge Ziff as a character is a little because they stole the animation from the Parson. They stole that golf cart animation, which I showed in my video. And they also... The other one's just not particularly great. So the animations aren't great for this character. Questline wasn't particularly amazing. It was quite standard. I just think this character's a bit lame. I'll be honest. I definitely think this is a bad one. I would not blame you if you skipped on buying this for sure. So yeah, I kind of give a thumbs down for this one. But anyway, that's it for Act 1 and 2. Let's move on to kind of giving our overall thoughts. So honestly, bit of a tricky one, but I'm going to say that, well, I say it's a bit of a tricky one. It's kind of not. Act 1 is definitely the best act. And I'm pretty sure, looking forward, actually, will it? Because there's some good buildings down there in the later acts. There is some decent buildings. So I think, so far anyway, Act 1 is definitely the stronger act. That is for sure. I think there's a good... a mediocre character, but a good building and a great decoration, and then just like a mediocre decoration. Whereas Act 2 has like a bad decoration, an animation, and a sort of decent building, and a good character. So Yeah, I just think that Act 1 kind of takes the lead for the best act for sure. But anyway, you tell me your thoughts. What do you think about Act 1 and 2? Obviously, Act 3 comes tomorrow, so that will be interesting. I should get my premium gameplay out for that. So, yeah, like I said, tell me your thoughts and all that good stuff, and I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.